Welcome to the Rare Moments in History YouTube channel. History is more than dates and events. It's a tapestry of remarkable stories, vibrant cultures, and breathtaking innovations that have shaped the world as we know it today. Through these incredible photographs, we'll journey through forgotten eras, witness iconic moments, and explore the creativity and resilience of humanity. From life-altering inventions to cultural revolutions, these snapshots tell stories that will forever change the way you look at the past. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us as we dive into history like never before. Let's get started. In post-war Germany, a former prisoner stands amidst a crowd, pointing to a man identified as the most brutal of his former guards. The emotional intensity of the moment is palpable as justice seeks to find its way after years of unimaginable suffering. This photograph captures a pivotal moment in reckoning with the atrocities of war. In 1908, San Francisco, a stately Victorian home, is being transported through the streets by the sheer strength of horses. This incredible sight speaks to both the ingenuity and determination of the time, showcasing a unique solution to urban development challenges in the early 20th century. Before its stunning restoration, the Mayan temple at Chichen Itza stood as a weathered relic of its former glory. Covered in vegetation, the temple was a silent reminder of a once great civilization, waiting to be rediscovered and celebrated. In the 1890s, early railway journeys were an emblem of progress and wonder. This photograph captures travelers aboard a steam locomotive, marveling at the swift mechanical marvels that connected distant places like never before. Long before selfies became a cultural phenomenon, a creative individual in the 1940s used a stick-mounted camera to capture a self-portrait. This moment of innovation reveals humanity's enduring fascination with self-documentation. In 1907, Annette Kellerman, a world-class swimmer and advocate for women's rights, was arrested for indecency at Revere Beach, Massachusetts. Her offense? Wearing a practical one-piece bathing suit that challenged the restrictive norms of the era. A housewife in the 1940s wrestles with frozen long johns on a bitter winter day. The icy fabric stiffens in the cold, providing a humorous yet poignant glimpse into the challenges of everyday life. Outside Buckingham Palace around 1900, Lord Walter Rothschild demonstrates his success in taming zebras by hitching them to a carriage. The scene blends eccentricity and determination, reflecting a fascination with the natural world. The sleek Mercury train glides through Chicago in 1936, embodying the Art Deco elegance and technological advancements that defined the interwar years. In 1945, the ocean liner Queen Elizabeth sails triumphantly into the port of New York. The massive vessel carries soldiers returning home from World War II, symbolizing relief and the hope of a brighter future. Gay Jewel, declared the world's heaviest man in 1899, stands as a spectacle of the time. The image reflects society's curious obsession with human extremes, as well as evolving standards of health and body image. A bustling traffic jam clogs Blackfriars Bridge in the 1930s. The jumble of cars and horse-drawn carriages captures a world in transition, balancing old traditions with modern advancements. French cyclist Alfred Letourneur uses his remarkable strength to tow an Airstream trailer at a California airport in 1947. The stunt demonstrates not only his athleticism, but also the trailer's lightweight construction. In Garrett County, Maryland, a farmer stirs a bubbling cauldron of hog soup in October 1936. The earthy, communal practice reflects the resilience of rural America during the Great Depression. A straightforward yet striking advertisement for the Fat Men's Shop in New York City in 1946 highlights changing attitudes toward body inclusivity and commerce in the mid-20th century. A solemn burial at sea takes place aboard the USS Intrepid in 1944, honoring officers and men killed during Japanese bombing raids. The ceremony is a poignant reminder of the human cost of war. Designed by Walt Disney during World War II, the Mickey Mouse gas mask aimed to comfort children in a world fraught with danger. The whimsical design is both haunting and heartwarming. The Empire State Building rises majestically above New York City in 1941. Its Art Deco silhouette stands as a testament to human ambition and architectural brilliance. Among the Mangbetu people of Africa in the 1930s, elongated heads were considered a mark of beauty and sophistication. This cultural tradition speaks to the diverse ideals of aesthetics across history. In 1954, three young women gather inside a photo booth, laughing as they prepare to capture their friendship on film. Their excitement reveals the enduring joy of preserving memories. During World War I, ships were painted in bold, abstract patterns to confuse enemy submarines and aircraft. This camouflage technique, known as dazzle painting, created optical illusions that made it difficult for enemies to gauge the size and direction of the ships. A fascinating blend of art and military strategy, these painted vessels were a creative response to the horrors of warfare. In 1950s Los Angeles, a futuristic dining experience emerged at the Track restaurant. Here, food was delivered via conveyor belt directly to customers in their cars, capturing the essence of mid-century American innovation. The service revolutionized dining convenience and was a symbol of the growing culture of mobility and efficiency in post-war America. In 1927, Cincinnati launched its first bookmobile, a traveling library designed to bring books to remote villages and neighborhoods. This innovative service expanded access to literature and education, transforming the way communities interacted with knowledge. The photograph captures the sense of progress and civic responsibility of the time. On July 28, 1945, tragedy struck as a B-25 bomber crashed into the Empire State Building during thick fog over New York City. The resulting fire and chaos left the iconic skyscraper burning, yet it stood firm, a testament to the city's resilience. This dramatic moment in history was captured in a photograph that immortalized both the tragedy and the enduring spirit of New York. In the 1970s, a typist of the future sits at a workstation surrounded by early computer equipment. The clattering of the typewriter and the whirring of computers signal the dawn of a new age in office work, where automation and human skill would converge. This image captures the shift toward the modern workplace as the digital revolution began. In Hastings, England, the German U-boat U-118 was washed ashore after the end of World War II. The massive, rusted vessel, once a fearsome weapon, now lay stranded on the beach. its haunting presence a stark reminder of the war's devastation and the changing tides of history. Joe Fortes, Vancouver's first official lifeguard, is captured in 1905 as he patrols the city's beaches. Born in Trinidad and Tobago, Joe saved dozens of lives and became a beloved figure in the community, known affectionately as Old Black Joe. This photograph honors his legacy and his pivotal role in the safety and culture of Vancouver's waterfront. In 1926, a photograph captures the interior of a commercial airplane, revealing how air travel was a luxury for the few. The cramped seats, elegant details, and the sense of adventure evoke the early days of aviation, when flying was still a novel experience for most people. During the Great Depression, men line up in a grim scene, hoping for a chance at work. In the 1930s, job opportunities were scarce, and the stark image of desperation speaks to the severity of economic hardship. This photo captures the human toll of the Depression, but also the enduring hope of those who still believed in a better tomorrow. At a railway station in Germany in 1931, a slot machine dispenses warm sausages, a curious and unexpected invention. This odd vending machine represents both a moment of ingenuity and a quirky snapshot of the early 20th century, where technology met daily life in surprising ways. For a brief moment in time, potatoes were sold from a vending machine, offering a glimpse into the future of food retail. This 20th century experiment in convenience foreshadowed the rise of automated services that would become common in the decades to follow. In the early 1900s, materials and train parts were suspended across a canyon in an audacious engineering feat. The image shows workers precariously perched, transporting vital supplies hundreds of feet in the air. This daring display of human ingenuity underscores the lengths to which industry and progress were pushed during this transformative period in history. In the United States in 1944, with her husband off to war, a determined mother rolls up her sleeves and works on the family car. This powerful image of resilience highlights the adaptability and strength of women during wartime, as they took on roles traditionally reserved for men. David Isom became a symbol of resistance when he broke the color line at a segregated pool in Florida in 1958. His action led to the closure of the facility, but it also sparked a broader conversation about racial inequality in America. This powerful moment in the civil rights movement is captured in an iconic photograph of a man standing firmly against racial discrimination. In the 1960s, a typist training exam presents an interesting glimpse into the world of office work. The image showcases young women working efficiently at their desks, emphasizing the growing role of women in the workforce as the typewriter became a crucial tool in the modern office environment. During the Russian famine of 1921-1922, a devastating photograph shows Ilarion Nishchenko, a young boy driven by starvation, standing next to the body of his 3-year-old brother. He had resorted to the unthinkable act of killing and eating his sibling in an attempt to survive. This harrowing image captures the unimaginable suffering faced by millions during one of the deadliest famines in history. A walking library is captured in action as people move between shelves stacked on the backs of animals, providing books to those in remote locations. This mobile library service was an early form of outreach, designed to spread the gift of reading to underserved communities. In 1665, London was gripped by the deadly plague, and the record of deaths over a single week tells a chilling story. This historical document outlines the staggering number of lives lost, offering a glimpse into one of the darkest periods in English history. The list is a sobering reminder of the frailty of life and the resilience of those who lived through the epidemic. In 1955, an elegant photograph of Sophia Loren captures the beauty and sophistication that made her one of the most iconic actresses of her era. The image conveys her timeless elegance as she posed gracefully, embodying the glamour and allure of mid-century cinema. In 1930, contestants in the Miss Lovely Eyes beauty pageant wore terrifying masks that left only their eyes visible. This unusual contest, captured in a striking photograph, presents a strange juxtaposition of beauty and fear. The masks obscure the contestants' identities, highlighting the surreal nature of beauty standards during this period. In 1946, girls at McKinley High School in Chicago were sent home for wearing slacks and blue jeans. This photograph reflects the rigid gender norms and societal expectations of the time, when women's clothing was strictly policed. The image offers a glimpse into the cultural shifts that would eventually redefine fashion and social conventions for women in the decades to follow. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed these rare historical moments, don't forget to like this video and show your support for the Rare Moments in History channel. We'd love to hear which photograph you found most fascinating, and if you have suggestions for future videos, feel free to share them in the comments. We appreciate your engagement and look forward to bringing you more incredible stories from the past. Stay tuned for more.